guys, coming at you from my kitchen, and today we're working with Fraser Valley Specialty Poultry to bring you an incredible dish. I can't tell you how excited I am to share this Chicken Marbella recipe with you. This is gonna make your meal at Christmas time so much easier. And I love this recipe so much that I make it year-round. But one of the biggest problems at Christmas time is that there's so much meal prep to do and you're busy in the kitchen. Fraser Valley Specialty Poultry and I want you to enjoy your loved ones, and this recipe is going to help you do that. And for this recipe, we're going to be using Yarrow Meadow chicken legs. These are whole chicken legs, drumstick and thigh attached, which you can get online at fbsp.ca. So Chicken Marbella is chicken with prunes, pretty much. This is my take on the classic dish, turkey Marbella, but we're gonna use chicken instead. So obviously we're gonna start off with prunes. I have about 30 pitted prunes here. And this dish is so simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a big marinade, and then we're gonna put the chicken legs in that marinade. To those prunes, we're gonna add about 8 crushed garlic cloves. So I just use my garlic press. We're gonna add 4 bay leaves, 1 cup of pitted green olives, 1/2 cup, this is a packed 1/2 cup of fresh oregano leaves, 1/2 cup of white wine, 1 full bottle of capers, including the brine. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, 1/4 cup of molasses, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Combine everything gently together. You don't want to break up the olives, and that's going to be our marinade. So this dish is really amazing because you get the sweetness from the prunes and the molasses and the brininess from the olives and the capers and the fresh oregano, and man, it's just so balanced and amazing. All right, let's set this marinade to the side. Now let's prepare these chicken legs. Very simple. What we're going to do with each leg, you want to make about 4 or 5 slits in there through the skin, but also through the flesh as well. And that's really going to help the marinade penetrate the flesh and get some really nice flavors going on. And we'll do that with each one. There's the last one. That's also going to make some great presentation, having those cuts in there too. You'll see that at the end. And you want to use about 8 to 10 chicken legs total for this recipe. Now what we want to do is get these chicken legs in that marinade. I find it easiest to use a freezer bag for that. And I take that bag and I insert it in a bowl like this so I can stand it upright, and it's going to be a lot easier to pour that marinade in. I use a fairly large bag too to do this. So I'm going to take each leg, hold open that bag, and insert the chicken legs inside. These chicken legs are from chickens that are raised locally and without the use of antibiotics. All right, there we go. Then we're going to take that marinade, I'm just going to stir it together one more time, and we're going to put that marinade in that bag as well. Now we can take the bag out of that container. Make sure you get as much air as you can out of the bag, and then we're going to seal it up. And then give it a good massage. Get all those flavors and components coating the chicken. This is why you want to make sure that bag is completely sealed. Now, the only hard thing about this recipe is that you have to wait 24 to 48 hours, but that's the hardest part, is just waiting. So plan this ahead of time and stick that in your fridge for 1 or 2 days. I recommend going the full 2 days, 48 hours. And then you just have to remember a couple times during the day, each day, just flip it over in the fridge. So you're making sure that it gets completely coated at all times. So I'll put that in the fridge, and we'll see you back here in 2 days. Let's show you the next step now. So these have been in the fridge for 48 hours, and we're just going to open that bag and dump everything out onto a sheet pan. The marinade, all the ingredients, everything. Then what I want you to do is arrange the chicken pieces so it's skin side up, so that the skin has a chance to get crispy. And then arrange all the chunky bits like the olives and the prunes around the chicken. If waiting the 2 days was the hardest part, I'm going to tell you what the easiest part is. Just as we did, dump everything onto a sheet pan, put it in the oven, bake it. 40 to 50 minutes, you're done. The only other thing you have to do is a couple times during that baking period is just baste it with the juices that are on the tray. I'm using a 12 by 18 baking sheet. If you use a larger one, you may find that the residual sauce, the juices from the marinade, will evaporate too quickly. So you want to make sure you're not using a pan that's too big. 400 Fahrenheit preheated oven for about 40 to 50 minutes. So we're going to be basting that a couple times. I'll show you that. And then you want to make sure before you pull out of the oven that you're reaching an internal temperature of at least 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 71 degrees Celsius. It's been about 15 minutes. Let's have a look and I'll show you that basting. Already the smell is incredible. Look at that chicken. Just want to tip the pan carefully, get the juices down to one end, and then take a spoon and just baste every single chicken leg a couple times. Try not to take too long to do this so you can get it back in the oven. But all that white wine, the brine from the capers, everything is coming together with the prunes. It's amazing. And you can already tell what a great presentation this is going to be at the table. And we'll pop it back in there. I'll do that one more time before it's completed. Okay, that's been about 45 minutes. Let's pull these out. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. Look at how beautiful that is. So during that cooking process, I basted it 2 times, and I've also already tested the internal temperature. Let's baste it one more time before plating it. So again, I just tip the pan, just being careful, the pan's really hot, and just give it one last basting. That marinade is now turned into a sauce, which we're going to put on the platter as well, but I just want them coated one more time. The combination of flavors in this dish is so outstanding. This is going to become one of your new favorites. And what a great way to make Christmas dinner, or any dinner, really simple. So what I like to do is get a nice platter, and we're just going to take the chicken pieces and just lay them on there. Make sure you're removing the bay leaves as well, because you can't eat those. And then what I want you to do is start placing the ingredients around the chicken legs. I like to do them separately, the olives and then the prunes, just so I can make sure that they're evenly scattered throughout. The eyes always eat first, so presentation is key. And then I'll do the prunes. And it's so delicious to get a bite of that beautiful chicken with a prune and an olive piece. Oh, so good. It may seem a bit finicky to do this, but you're not hiding any of the ingredients below the chicken. So chicken first, then all the pieces on top, and then we're going to pour that beautiful sauce all over this dish. We can't forget about all those capers there too. We're just going to take this now, just pour it all over the top. And then making sure we get those capers on there as well. I'll just take those and scatter them over the chicken. And there you have Chicken Marbella. So easy. Marinade chicken, 2 days in the fridge, dump it on a sheet pan, and cook it off. Get these locally farmed premium chicken products at online.fbsp.ca and enjoy them delivered straight to your doorstep. You don't have to go anywhere. I hope you really enjoy this recipe. This is Chef Des signing out, and we'll see you next time.